Hi everyone, my name is Destiny Campbell and I am majoring in criminology with a minor in sociology. I chose juvenile delinquency and the family for my presentation. I chose this because juvenile delinquency has a lot to do with family relationships. When a juvenile has a poor relationship with their family, it disrupts bonds that should have been created. This makes the juvenile want to act out and possibly not care too much because they don't have this bond holding them accountable. I am defining juvenile delinquency as poor decisions made by certain juveniles that are seen as delinquent in the eyes of society. I am going to discuss two theories, strain theory and social learning theory. Strain theory is when certain stressors cause juvenile delinquency. One of these stressors can be their life at home. Not having a comfortable home to go to after school or work is very taxing and might exhaust and disrupt development in this juvenile, leading to juvenile delinquent acts. Social learning theory is also relevant because as a child we learn a lot from our parents. I know my 2-year-old does everything and says everything that I say and I do, so he learns directly through my actions. So when we don't have peers to compare this knowledge to, all we have is our parents for the first few years of our life. So that's where we learn everything from. Juveniles start to learn from their peers as well as with the knowledge that they gained through their parents. But if they don't have this good relationship with their parents, this might, whatever they learned from their parents, which that was good, might be overrode because they don't have this good relationship. Therefore, whatever their peers are saying to them or teaching them or doing is what they will follow. To compile data, first I would use peer-reviewed articles. There isn't exactly a database that covers the correlation I'm looking at between juvenile delinquency and family, so I would just read peer-reviewed articles and compile data based on that. Second, I would send a survey out to high school students themselves. The survey would ask what students do when they feel certain emotions and how they deal with certain stressors at home. This would allow me to gain data to see if parents are teaching their children coping techniques and how many juveniles have heavy stressors at home. The Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency had datasets in peer-reviewed articles available about juvenile delinquency and family relationships. This was great. I just went through the website and I looked at a couple peer-reviewed articles, and then I went through the statistics that they displayed that showed some kind of correlation related to family. First, I read an article by Catherine Browning, and she explained that the relationship between family process factors in delinquency was bidirectional. Poor parenting increased the probability of delinquent behavior, and delinquent behavior further weakened the relationship between parent and child. So this is really concerning because this child-parent relationship has a clear causal relationship to juvenile delinquency. Therefore, it should really be, nourished. Like, this relationship is very important, and I don't think parents know that they're supposed to, love their child and support their child. But do they know that this relationship is so important it could deter from juvenile delinquency later on? Some statistics I found on this website showed that juvenile delinquency cases resulted in out-of-home placement. So there wasn't any kind of statistics, that showed this relationship I was looking for directly between family and juvenile delinquency. So when I saw that certain juvenile delinquency cases resulted in out-of-home placement, this kind of related because this means that parents weren't fit to take care of this juvenile after their delinquent acts. So say this juvenile went and did something crazy, like maybe he stabbed someone, and they had a whole court trial and everything. Maybe this juvenile was released on bond or whatever from the juvenile detention center, and something that was put in place was that they couldn't live with their parents. They couldn't go back home. So this would mean that that parent was deemed not fit to be able to deter their child from these delinquent acts. Looking at the graph here, there's a clear trend that these cases are decreasing, but this relationship between, that parent and the child stays the same. I think that there should be a mandatory class to take when parents are having their first child. This class would teach parents how to teach their child to deal with big emotions and why it's important to value this relationship that they're going to create with their child. I mean, some parents might just blow it off and not really listen to the class, and this class would have to be funded because it should be free, because people won't be able to take it if they can't afford it. So there's a lot of things that would make this very difficult. But I think that it would actually help to have parents be aware of this importance of the relationship with their child in order to deter from juvenile delinquency. And, teaching your child how to deal with their emotions is really important. Some parents don't know how to deal with their own emotions, let alone teach their child how to deal with their emotions. So it just makes things really difficult to understand and have your child understand what they need to do in order to deal with these big emotions instead of acting out in juvenile delinquent ways. I also think that sports and extracurricular activities, youth groups, these should be more affordable and accessible for juveniles, because this really allows them to create bonds with each other and relationships and, team bonds. And they learn responsibilities through these things, especially through sports and these extracurricular activities, because these team bonds are just great. They learn not only about themselves, but their peers and everything like that. So I think college students should care about family influence on juvenile delinquency. This is because being able to help juveniles enter college doesn't take away your chance to, be great and do great things. It doesn't take away your opportunity. Colleges need a variety of students with a variety of talents and point of views. These juveniles entering college might be able to make a big change on campus. Maybe they're able to win a big tournament or a game that the campus wasn't able to win for a couple years, and this is a big celebration and it changes a lot for you. Maybe they're able to gain an internship at a new place. This creates an in for you, because then you're able to go into that internship with that person already being there. They create this basis for the university, and that internship spot is just available to you now. With a variety on campus allows for new and improved opportunities. If college students care more about juveniles and their family life, this small thing can help them do great things in college and maybe even give you more opportunity as well. I think it will reduce the number of juveniles entering gangs or, just participating in regular juvenile delinquent acts in the first place, which can create, safer areas and decrease crime rates, which helps you in the long run. And that's it for me. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Hopefully it went smooth, and yeah, thank you.